Every love story doesn't begin with fireworks or fairy tales. Some start with silence and stay that way forever. This is the story of Anya and Kabir. They weren't lovers. Not officially. Not out loud. But if you saw them together, you'd know something was there. Anya was the kind of girl who found magic in mundane things. A cracked teacup, a cloudy sky, the last page of a worn-out book. Kabir? He was quiet, thoughtful, a boy of few words, but when he looked at her, it was like the world slowed down. They met in 11th grade, sat 3 benches apart, grew close during group projects and shared glances during lunch breaks. They joked, shared playlists. He waited for her after class. She saved the last piece of chocolate just for him. Their friends teased them, but they always brushed it off. She's just my friend, Kabir would say, heart racing. He's not my type, Anya would giggle, but her eyes, they always found him in a crowd. One day, while walking home in the rain, their hands brushed and stayed there, silent, warm. Neither of them said a word, but their hearts did. Loudly, Anya once asked, if we were characters in a novel, do you think we'd end up together? Kabir smiled. I don't know, he said. Maybe we're the kind that just missed the timing. She laughed, but in her heart, she knew he was right. Time flew. They took different courses, different cities, promised to stay in touch. They even joked about meeting again in 5 years. But texts slowed. Calls stopped. Life happened. One rainy evening, Anya sat in a quiet cafe with her laptop. The bell above the door chimed. And there he was. Kabir. Older. Taller. Still with that shy smile. They stared at each other for a second longer than strangers should. Then smiled. They talked like no time had passed. About old teachers, broken phones, the weirdest foods they had tried in college. But neither of them asked the one thing that mattered. Did you ever think about me? As he stood to leave, Kabir paused. I'm moving to Canada next month, he said. Oh, she said too softly. Are you happy? She asked instead. He smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. I don't know. Maybe I will be. Anya never told him she had broken up with her boyfriend 2 months ago. That she kept every note he ever wrote her. That every time it rained, she thought of him. Kabir never said he waited outside her hostel once, just to see her, but left without knocking. Sometimes love isn't about being together. Sometimes it's just knowing that the other person once felt something too, even if neither of you said it. If I could go back, I'd say something. I'd say I loved you. Maybe you did too. But we were always too scared to lose the friendship. And so we lost everything else instead. They weren't a couple. They never held hands in public. Never said I love you. But in some forgotten corners of their hearts, they still do.